I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Family Reunion Part 2 After Show, and we're talking the last episode of Part 2. It did get crazy. It's called Remember When the Party Was Over. I'm your host, Shay Jones, but I could not do this without my lovely co-host to my left. First up, we got Miss Zakiyyah Wilbert. She brings you all the news and gossip.
Hello, everybody.
And we have to her left, Miss Regina Coles. She's friends with the writers of the show and the creator. How you feeling?
She's got me best friends with everybody.
They don't know.
You are.
Like,
You're definitely best.
But anyway, I like that, Shay, the hype of it all. But you know what? I'm bringing an old school perspective to it.
Yes, and you're also bringing the old school perspective.
Yeah.
We need that.
Thank you.
In our lives. And I am so happy to be back with these lovely ladies because we have a full panel on our last episode of season 1. And it's been a long road, guys.
Yes.
But we're going to get into it because first up, Jade is turning 15, and that's a big deal. But she is not happy. She wants to be with Royale, and her parents, well, mostly her dad doesn't want her to be around him still, so she's feeling down. So she creates the most amazing idea for a party, a masquerade. I actually like that idea personally. I wish I thought of it when I was 15.
Right.
To do something like that. It's cute.
Uh-huh.
And it's a sneaky way to get your boyfriend.
This is true.
Very sneaky. And with the help of her friends, she, creates the idea and she, changes the party aspect and she tries to convince Royale to come. But he says because of his principles, he's going to respect the decision her parents had. And Miss Regina, before I even continue, the face you just made about principles with Royale. How do you feel about his principles?
Oh, he's confused.
Mm-hmm.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like him. But for him to sneak in her bedroom window after her dad forbid him to even come near her, and he's doing that, that's not having good principles, And then when she asked him to come to the party, he says, oh, no, I'm not because I have good principles. I'm like, what? You just sneaking in her bedroom window, and now you're saying you're not coming to the party. But then, later on, we'll get to that. He's confused about his principles.
He reminds me of one of those kids who just think they know everything
Well,
and
he
they know
does.
nothing.
They know
nothing.
Where did that come?
You think you know everything and you literally know nothing.
You sound like Game of Thrones when one of the characters, Jon Snow, the girl he was dating, said...
I was like, you're talking to people who's never seen
it. She said, you know nothing.
You know nothing.
I mean, it's true. Royale has that personality where he seems to think he knows everything. Mm-hmm. So it comes across to Jade as he knows everything. But you know nothing, sir. You have not lived life yet. You have not had full experiences yet to really know everything there is possibly to know.
You're reciting what you see on Instagram.
Or even Reddit. Maybe Reddit. Let's throw in Reddit, because this generation is really into Reddit for some reason.
The trending ideas or the conspiracy languages. And he's literally reciting that entire book.
Why? That's troubling.
We have kids like that now.
That is troubling. Yeah. I mean, the internet, in some respects, is awesome. Mm-hmm. But in other respects, it's scary, especially for kids.
Yeah.
Definitely. And, after he leaves, she says she doesn't want to have a party. But Mose forces her to have her party. And it looks like it's an amazing party. She looks gorgeous. Everybody's having a good time. And then we see Royale in disguise, in some heels and a wig. And I actually was impressed for a second. I was just like, yes, drag.
Yeah, I was too. I was like, yeah, he looks good. He looks really good. I was like, you should show up like this all the time.
I mean, sir, you look good. I have to give the props where they're due.
Yeah.
And they reveal to each other that they love each other. Mm-hmm. And I actually agree with that with Regina for a second, because while this is puppy love. This is what you have. I don't think you understand real love yet, but cool. Go with your puppy love that you're dealing with 2 young people. But Mose is not happy because at first Coco thinks it's just another girl, but Mose is really quick to just realize who this person is and kicks Royalle out. And then Jade obviously blames her parents for ruining her life. And she storms off, and we don't see her for the rest of the party. But we'll get to that later about what happens to Miss Jade. I'm not going to spoil it for you so early. But before we get into Moz and Coco's, financial woes, Shaka's issues, our special segment, and news, Miss Regina has something she wants to tell you guys.
Yes, definitely. We just want to take this time right now to thank you all for continuing to support us here at AfterBuzz TV by going onto YouTube and giving us the thumbs up and subscribing to our channel, and also going to iTunes and giving us a 5-star rating, guys. We definitely could not do it without you. We appreciate you so much. So keep watching and keep supporting us.
Thank you guys so much for supporting our after show. You guys are amazing. And it's time to get into what Moz and Coco are dealing with as a married couple. Because they're spending money, like a lot of money. Like, he got new golf clubs. He engraved them in 24 karat gold. She bought 2 carat earrings. Jade and the family's going shopping at Gucci. First of all, please let me know what it's like to have that kind of money. I just want to say that real quick. However, while they're at the mall, Moses' credit card gets shredded into little tiny pieces. And so they consort with their new money manager, Marcellus. I love the actor who plays this character. But, Zakiyyah, you were telling me earlier how you felt, how there's something sketchy happening.
Yes. Okay, so I want to first say this, that I am happy that they decided to make Moz and Coco well off in their finances and have the money to afford those finer things. I'm glad it wasn't something else like they were middle class. I love that we see this black family who is able to provide for their entire family. So that is kudos to the writers, kudos to the producers, directors, everyone involved. But I thought the new money manager, all of a sudden you got this new money manager and your money is gone. I feel like he's fishy. I feel like a lot of ways he's moving, it doesn't sit right with me. You're cracking up at the fact that they're broke. Like, he's having a field day and you're the money manager. You should be as stressed as them right now. So I felt, why? Then also when his kids was stealing the food at the party, it's like the morals in your household. So if they're stealing food at the party, you told them to make sure they bring their own plastic bags if they're stealing. Y'all morals are all messed up, and I just think you're stealing their money. I don't think it's... I just automatically said, no, something not right with him. I wrote down money manager, fishy.
Well, he said that's why he has money, because...
No, he's stealing people money.
But I agree with that. I think it's something about him. And anybody that has a money manager, you still have to know everything that they're doing and be abreast about your finances. And the most important thing about having a money manager is making sure that nobody signs those checks but you.
That is true.
So I don't know if you had that much money, why are they, they should have been out of Medea's house.
That's true.
I mean, that is true, definitely. They could have left. I mean, granted, they're still looking for a house that we knew of before this event happened with the whole maybe we're broke now. But apparently Marcellus has a plan, but he won't tell them the plan until he gets paid. Now, for me, that was when I got confused and sketchy. Like, sir, if they're not making money, how do you expect to get paid? If they have no money, you can't get your money. So wouldn't it be better to just tell them the plan first and so you can get paid? Obviously. But again, I agree with you. There's something definitely sketchy going around, and I would definitely be getting a second opinion.
Yeah.
However, Medea obviously knows something is off when the money manager is around, and she's trying to, eavesdrop a little bit, but Moz and Coco want to handle this themselves. and they want to keep it within their marriage and not, let everybody know about it. However, Medea is Medea. And she's like, are you, like, in a nice way, trying to tell me how to mind my own business? And he's like, you're my mother. I would never. Coco? Like, really? Why would you throw me under the... Like, he always throws Coco under the bus when it comes to his mom.
Yeah.
A lot, too, that I've noticed, and that should also stop. It's funny. I mean, I appreciate the little laughter in that moment, but... And they're both trying to save money. He needs to learn how to do laundry, because I don't know how he didn't get that message before he left his house.
Right.
I mean, Anthony, you look amazing. You trying out for Magic Mike, that's cool. However, that's amazing. However, you're trying to tell me you didn't learn how to do laundry before you left your mom's house?
Because mom did everything for him, a dear.
I mean, true, he's a true mama's boy, and Coco tries to wax her eyebrow for the first time and takes off the whole thing. But, so that's a lot of eyeliner in her future until it grows back, basically. Right. Obviously, they haven't been well equipped or have learned to be without in that sense, because they have apparently 4 mortgages. Well, a fourth they didn't know about until Mose told Coco, but they have a ski chalet, a beach house, the house that is still in Seattle that they still own, and apparently they pay for Daniel's condo. First of all, I'm not getting my brother a condo. I'm gonna get you. Here's your 1 year rent.
Yeah,
that's what I'll provide for you, Daniel. After that, you can take care of yourself.
1 month.
I said a year. I said a year. Oh, you want 1 month. I said a year. Yeah. But that actually brought me to an interesting point. Since they're mentioning Daniel, and Daniel, we've learned, is great with numbers. Mm-hmm. I would love for Daniel to see what Marcellus brought to Coco and Mose, and see if he could fix it or figure out what's happening. That's actually maybe an early prediction for season 2, but I really would love to see Daniel coming in a way, save the day, and then also get them their money back in that sense. But, that's what Moz and Coco are doing, and they are really hit with that weight of them being without money. It's been 9 months, he said, since he retired. And if that's the case and they're out of money, what are they going to do? They have 4 children. They still live with Medea and Jeb. They got to get out, because I don't think nobody's going to survive very long.
Well, doing your eyebrows, doing your own eyebrows,
right?
Waxing your eyebrows. I don't think that's gonna.
That was just like you just needed a shaper.
That's not an expense that's gonna really,
Right.
No, that's a return
make
of
or break. It's not gonna make or break the bank.
That's like I gotta return. Yeah. Also return the golf clubs. Keep the bag because you engraved it with your name, but return the golf clubs. Return last year golf clubs. Clean them and then return them.
No, sell those houses.
True, like if you don't want to get rid of all of them, sell at least 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Keep your house in Seattle if you ever just want to, travel back to Seattle, or if you want a vacation spot, choose between skiing and beach.
Yeah,
and then stop paying for Daniel.
And Daniel's got to pay you back.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel's got to get a home loan.
Yeah,
something.
Too much.
Take it out of your name, get your money back, or
Pop's gonna have to return that watch
for this house.
I just foresee a lot of marital issues because I don't know, I'm not married, but I've heard that financial issues is like the main thing that breaks up marriages. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little nervous for Coco and Mose right now because they're tense. Like this entire episode, they're on edge, and then not to mention now we have a serious situation with Jade. So everything that's going on, I'm worried for them.
My flip side to that is maybe Coco's jewelry business really just starts doing well, and that maybe saves them. And hopefully, and that saves it. But that means Mose isn't working, and I would love to see how that dynamic shifts because, like, granted, she has had her jewelry business, but I think he's been more of the breadwinner in the family. So if the roles are switched, how is that going to affect their marriage at the same time too?
I just think they just both need to get a job. Maybe Mose try to go do this talk show host thing full time. Coco gets a position somewhere just to make ends meet. If they're really broke, I'm still standing by that. I think the money manager is super fishy. But even if he is, and he like bankrupts them or takes a lot of their money, I don't even know how long. Prove it. Yeah,
that's like months in court.
Exactly. I wouldn't even know how long that would take for them to actually get their money back or
because one, they have to prove it. Two, mm-hmm. they even have to find, especially if he has like maybe offshore accounts. Mm-hmm. Offshore accounts are very difficult to find unless you actually have a number in a bank.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, but I still think he's a little fishy. But They need to get it together. I'm scared. I am scared. Like, season 2, I am on my toes.
Well,
Definitely.
the thing about it is they have an opportunity. They're in a perfect opportunity living in his mom and dad's home to
Find their second act.
Yeah, get it together. They're going to have to just get rid of some assets, liquidate. Get rid of the house in Seattle if you're not moving back there, or that's the last house you hold on to. But what do you need with a ski chalet? I mean, how many times do you go to that?
I mean, that's true. And that actually, they can make a pretty penny off a ski chalet.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know, a beach house. I mean,
I'll keep the beach house, but that's just me.
but how often do you go to the beach house? And where is the beach house?
Right.
I mean, I think that's actually prominent too. Like, where are these two? Where's the ski chalet? Where is it in Colorado? Is it in like Switzerland? Like, where actually geographically are these two places? And then whichever is the more expensive way you travel, get rid of that.
Yeah. You know, so they just need to liquidate. And I would switch money managers because you know what? You're not going to come to me at the
And my daughter's 15.
Wait a minute, last minute.
Last minute,
tell
and
me
just
I'm
tell me I'm broke. Like,
No.
if you've seen these transactions
Yeah.
happening, why wouldn't you tell me beforehand? What?
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden you're telling me when I'm like,
When my credit cards are getting
Well,
like,
you're supposed to be managing my money. So that means that you know what's coming in and what's going out. And it should not be to the point where you come to me and say, oh, by the way, your balance is almost zero. What? And they need to be smarter than that. So I would have an audit. I would audit him.
definitely agree with that. Other people who are going through things this episode is Shaka, Elvis, and Mazzi.
oh, yeah.
Because Shaka has decided that he no longer wants to be friends with Elvis, but Mazzi feels that he's still friends with Elvis, and whatever you're going through, whatever beef you have, shouldn't affect him. However, Shaka decides to bring over Mazzi's rival, Braelyn, and just, you know, try to teach him a lesson in that sense. But, like, Shaka, you're just being petty for no reason now, sir. Like, I feel like you really just need to get over this little dispute that's happening between you and Elvis. And then you knew that Mazzi and Braelyn don't get along ever since the basketball game. And you brought him to the house, gave him my cookie that I cooked, not for you, but for the family. He ain't family, like he says. But it comes all to a head at the party during a dance battle that was just amazing, watching these kids kill it on the dance floor. And Shaka and Mazzi running at each other, and Mazzi proving he can handle his brother at any occasion. But when Braelyn comes for both Mazzi and Elvis, Shaka defends them both and calls them both his brother. Which is just true. Like, we always say on the show, this is my family, this is my brother, my sister. I can call them whatever I want to call them. You cannot.
Right.
That's not how this works.
Right.
And it was a nice moment to see Shaka finally get out of whatever turmoil he's going through and to realize,
Yeah.
even though he was wrong for betraying you to Jade, but you're still friends, you're still brothers. Like, that shouldn't.
Blood is thicker than water.
And the friends that become family are definitely thicker than friends you're just trying to make your brother mad about.
Right.
Yeah. I like this part because it seemed like Mazzi was teaching Shaka, even though Shaka wasn't listening, because he said, when he was saying, like, what do you mean, like, Elvis is your friend? You know, he said, that's not my friend, you shouldn't hang out with him either. But we heard something that Mazzi said, I'm saying his real name, something that Mazzi said was like, that's what hold us down, like, elevate, my brother, elevate. So I love how he actually said that to his brother. But the fact that Mazzi was taking the older brother role really, I looked up to Mazzi at that moment. I'm like, wow, he's so smart. He really knows what he's talking about. And at the end of the day, Shaka, that wasn't your friend, and it was okay for Mazzi, and it was okay for Mazzi to be friends with Elvis, even though Shaka was trying to make it seem like, oh, I could be friends with your rival, but that, again, like, that wasn't your friend.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Elvis is really someone who's really your friend, and you are being friends with him to get back at me. I think Shaka just has a lot to learn. I feel like he's angry sometimes. I don't understand why Shaka is always so angry. Everybody else is just doing them. So I really want to understand Shaka more. So I can't wait to see more of his friendships, more of him and Elvis develop. But I like that as he's developing as a better Shaka, that he has Mazzi and Elvis to help him at the end of the day.
I agree with you. Though until you said I actually didn't get it, but yeah, it seems like lately as the season has gone, his character has gotten angrier for whatever reason that's happening internally that's not being said. He seems to be getting angry. Even him and his fight between Mazzi. One, I'm just like, sir, don't you take Taekwondo? Why are you fighting like you ain't got no skills? And then two, when Jeb comes in, that's when he actually takes the fighting stance. And in my mind, I was just like, okay, so you really didn't really want to fight your brother. But you knew when Jed came in, okay, here's a worthy opponent, in a sense, of somebody who can actually fight back. Because he went straight to defensive. I mean, granted, Jed still proves he has the moves.
I just thought he was doing that because that Shaft reference. That's the only reason why. I didn't think it was like anything goes. Thought it was like a little kick, like a little Shaft, remember, guys? So that's all I saw.
Well, I don't know. Like you said, he... is an angry little boy. And so it's like, are his parents? When are we going to see them address that?
I mean, yeah, I feel like for season 2, we're definitely going to, I feel like we're going to flesh out more of the characters. We're going to also hopefully see the parents show that old school tough love in the sense that at least Jade and Shaka, I feel like they more need than Ami or Mazzi. In the way we've seen at least the characters so far, because Ami's just cool with going with whatever most of the time, and Mazzi has shown has an old soul. He's good half the time, but with Shaka and Jade, they're angry or just something that's happening internally they're not talking about, and it has to be more than just moving to Columbus.
Well, Jade is spoiled.
Yeah, well, that is
rotten.
True.
And so they've got to find a way to really get a handle on her.
Well,
because
they lost her.
They have to apply more discipline. I'm sorry. That's just the bottom line. They have to apply more discipline. So, and I'm sure it's coming in the next season that we're going to see things like that. Because one thing that's really important is you set the tone for the other kids. The young ones see how you treating the older ones. And they might be great right now, the younger ones, but if they see their sister getting away with a lot and their brother getting away with a lot, then they're going to be like, well, you let Jade do so-and-so, or you let Shaka do so-and-so. So I just think they really need to get a handle on Jade, who is the oldest one, and that they need to make her more responsible, and everything is not about you. The universe is not about you, Jade. It's not all about you.
I agree that she needs to take more responsibility and stuff, but I'm thinking of it as a 15-year-old girl going through puberty and changes and emotion changes and
moving cross country.
Yeah, she's just it's that change. She's really just coming into who she is. But I agree, they definitely need to be like, hey, no TV, you're really on punishment for this amount of time. However they need to do it, I do agree. But I understand where Jade is coming from because I was that little girl who it was not that Jade is bad. It's just that she's just an emotional wreck right now. She's going through the transition of puberty and all whatever comes with it, and you think you want to be in love with this guy, and you think I was like that girl who painted that fairy tale that, oh, this is gonna be this and that, and no, it's not. That's not real life. Maybe have a sit down with her, talk about, she's gonna have to start talking about sex. Like, there's a lot of things that she's gonna have to start learning about pretty soon. So I don't know,
it's got to be a lot of one-on-one talks between her and her parents together and individually, because you can't let your child just fall apart and go with the wind. You got to pull them back.
Well, I mean, I think that's what we're going to see for season 2, because Jade leaves her mom a note saying that she left town with Royale. So I think that's where we're going to come back for season 2, and I feel like Jade is going to get her own life lesson of running away with your boyfriend and just seeing how far you get. and just seeing truly what your boyfriend, the person you love, is really about. And hopefully this is the first frog she's going to kiss and then move on from. And we'll see that for season 2. We're going to quickly get into our special segment called The Worst Kid Moment of the Season, because there has been a lot. Miss Regina, I know you had one.
Well, you just touched on it. When Jade left her mom a note saying she was running off with her boyfriend. So that to me is the worst kid moment. And I don't just blame Jade for it. I think everybody had a hand in this, her parents too.
Okay. Miss Zakiyyah, your worst kid moment of the season?
Yes, sorry to say it, Jade. Sorry to break it to you, but the time that you left Omni at the movie theaters, completely forgot that you were with your sister and she had to walk home by herself, that was terrible. Probably the worst for me.
The worst for me was Shaka burning down the kitchen.
Oh,
that to me was the worst kid moment of the season. You burned down your grandmother's kitchen. Mm-hmm. And before we go, we have some quick news and gossip for you by Miss Zakiyyah.
Yes. Check it out, guys. So, as you know, the NAACP Image Awards are approaching. And this time around, we have our nominees, and it's going to be family reunion.
Yay!
I'm so excited. I love the NAACP Image Awards. I had the time of my life when I graced the red carpet for one of the Image Award dinner awards, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it was still the NAACP Image Awards, but it was the dinner. Yeah, but it was great. Mm-hmm. It's great. So to see them being nominated, I'm excited, and I hope they win.
Yeah, I mean, we will find out because I believe it's in a couple weeks actually.
Yeah,
and we're gonna get into our quick season 2 predictions for Family Reunion. Miss Regina, take it away after this soundbite.
Well, I think it's going to be a wake-up call for Moz and Coco as far as their parenting goes. Because when you have a child running away like that and defying you like that, that's serious. And so, like I said, I don't just fault Jade, but Coco and Mose, they have to take responsibility too.
Okay. Ms. Zakiyyah, your quick predictions.
Yeah, quickly. So I think that I think Coco and Mose are going to learn a lesson from Madeir. I believe now, more than anything, her expertise in parenting is going to be valuable for both Mose and Coco to actually discipline Jade properly.
And my quick predictions are that Jade is going to find out who Royale really is, whether she likes that version of them, because I think this, it's the, excitement of it, I'm running away, but then reality's going to come real quick and just knock her across her head. And not to say that's going to be punishment enough, because it won't be, but it's going to be the good punishment she needs right now. Mm-hmm. Life is going to show her the way. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for the Family Reunion Part 2 after show. We love you guys. Ms. Regina, where can people find you on all social media?
Hey, everybody. You can find me at Regina Coles on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching.
Hi, guys. I'm Zakiyyah Wilbert. You can find me on Instagram at ZakiyyahW_.
And you guys can find me at Real Shay Jones on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me on Disney News Weekly on Popcorn Talk. See you guys for Season 2. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principal.